So are we only going to play games from the 1001 games you must play before you die?
That's the plan.
Well, what if we wanted to play games that weren't on the list?
Well, I guess we'd need a completely different show.
All right, hit that thing with a shovel. Do you have any shovels?
I do not.
Oh,
Remember that part where I ran out of shovels?
right.
Unfortunately, that hurts my stress, which ain't gonna go good.
No? Do you have anyone? No one's reached max stress though yet, have they?
Not yet, but this guy, the guy I'm about to fight here, works a lot with stress.
So this is the worst possible time to have high stress?
Essentially, yes.
Hooray! Good work.
On the bright side, that went super well.
That went pretty good, no lie.
Blight. Damn it!
That was good, I liked that. Damn it. I'm gonna make a song out of that.
Yeah?
No, not even a little bit. That's too much work. You kidding me?
Because it sounds like a good idea.
So do it. Are we gonna quote that entire segment on the show at some point?
Almost certainly at some point in time.
Okay.
Complete with the beginning part.
Ooh, he's big.
50.
Oh my god. That show was so hit and miss, but for that one episode, it was amazing. And we're never gonna tell you what we're talking about, so now you just have to wonder forever.
Forever.
Good shot. You nailed that. So, okay. What's so great about this Necromancer other than he has a lot of hit points?
He has a lot of hit points. Every time on his turn, he does an AoE attack that just jacks up my stress. And every time he does that, he makes a little zombie.
He makes lasagna? That sounds great.
He makes delicious lasagna.
Dude, he's not a boss, he's a chef.
2 of my people just hit max stress, I think. No, only 1.
Well, you know what's going to help with that? The fucking
Yes!
lasagna he's about to make for them.
And the fact that she was vigorous.
Yeah.
And resilience.
That's the first time somebody in my party's been virtuous so far.
Nice. So, she hit, so her stress counter went back down.
Because she hit max stress and got virtuous.
Okay, I understand. I'm all caught up. I'm good.
I'm actually kicking the shit out of this boss.
Yes, you are.
Let's see if I can stun him.
I wish you luck.
Fucking right.
Oh,
This is a free turn for me.
that went well. Now all you need to do is get a super great crit.
I believe his stun resistance is up by 20%, but I can still technically stun him.
Do it.
Nope.
Or don't do it. I mean, either way, I'm fine.
Blight. Oh man, on his turn, he's taking like 11 points of fucking damage just from the dots on him.
How many hit points does he actually have?
Right now, 45.
Well, how many did he have at the beginning? Is that 105 or 115?
105, I believe.
Okay. So, I mean, no, that's not too bad at all. You're rocking him.
Yeah, I just did 10% of it. I'm doing 10% of his health in dots right now. Now I've got another person who just hit max stress.
Well, that's okay, because this fight's probably going to be over pretty quick.
From the look of it. This was actually, oh god damn it. This was actually the first fight where I had somebody suffer a heart attack when I was testing out the new stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Because he just hits you so many times, so frequently with stress damage. And I was already, like, I'd had a bit of a rough dungeon run, so I was already looking a little rough.
How many attacks does he get per turn?
Just one.
Oh.
But every turn, he does AoE stress of like 15 or so, and then he also creates zombies. Like, you know, that thing I said, like, you know, a minute and a half ago.
Sorry, I only heard lasagna.
That's really all I said of importance.
There are 2 of those now, did you know that?
On the bright side, fight's over.
It really is, isn't it?
Yep, he dies on his turn. He has 1 hit point left and is going to take 8 points of damage.
Nice. Well, good work. Up top.
So this big climactic fight we've been building up to, this was it. Actually, I've now got them both at like so little hit points they just die instantly on their turn. Unfortunately, short of just rotating my party, I can't let them kill themselves. So I'll see if I can kill them both.
Nice. So, if this was, say, a big action movie like The Avengers, it'd be like the final battle happens, then they just kind of, you know, take everyone out in 5 minutes and like, Well,
If
that
this-
was
what you're saying is if this was a big action movie like the Avengers, they'd throw a missile into space and then everything would just suddenly die for no reason.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's a fucking amazing movie, but yeah, they throw a missile into space and then anticlimax.
It's true. So did they give you like shitloads of money for that one?
Not shitloads of money. I walk away with about 10,000, 11,000 extra dollars, but
That's
let's
a lot
look
of
at all of
fucking
the
heirlooms.
heirlooms.
Jesus Christ.
I could have actually gone back and seen if I could find more.
Isn't that enough?
It's never enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 24 crests, 12 busts, and 4 deeds.
Fucking A. Good work. So I got 15 minutes left to kill in the episode. What do you want to do now?
Have a party. Manic
Alright.
for money. He's weak in the first round. Oh, yeah, that went alright.
Sweet.
So that's it for this episode.
Oh God, really? What? What's happening? So, okay. Does that mean that that dungeon's now done?
No.
Oh.
There's now another boss in that dungeon that I can fight. He's one of the new bosses.
Okay.
But then also, as you level up, you start fighting harder. Like, you can go through those dungeons and face harder versions of them. And if
Oh.
you do that, you also have to fight a necromancer and then, like, the master necromancer, who is way harder. We just
Okay.
fought the apprentice necromancer. We fought the shitty guy who, like, everybody else laughs at.
Oh God. You just beat up the office nerd?
Essentially.
Way to go.
Fail. Maybe they can
I'm
be
not sorry.
inured
He already
against
felt like
the
shit about
horrors
himself.
below.
He was thinking about committing suicide.
I solved the problem.
Oh, okay. Remember we were talking about Gary like a few episodes back?
Yeah. Good
You
old
just
Gary.
You killed Gary.
Apparently my occultist, or my occultist is just missing.
Where the fuck did he go?
I think I sent him for a drink and he never came back.
Well,
Which, to be honest, if I was being sent through a whole bunch of ruins and warrens and like crazy pig dungeons, I probably would be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go grab some cigarettes. I'll be back in a few, and just like fucking get in my car and drive away.
well, from what you just described, as far as I can tell, he's on a bender, and Lord only knows what building he's sleeping under right now. Like he's sleeping under someone else's caravan, being like, "I'll tell you when I had enough." No, you are the stupid one.
Sounds about right. I'm gonna pick up a leper.
Great. Well, now your entire team has leprosy.
Adversity
Enjoy your time at the leper colony.
And I'll pick up an
One and the
arbalist.
same.
They'll give you a hand.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That would have been way better if you knew how to hit notes. Ha ha! How you feel now?
There's a domestic abuse joke in there somewhere.
Ooh. Ooh. Let's not make
Something
it.
about knowing how to hit things.
No. Stop it. Bad, Daniel. Bad.
You're the one who started it.
Don't make me put you in your crate.
What? Give her some better armor.
So, what dungeon are you going to now? You gonna just do the same one again?
I'm not sure.
I gotta, because the way you described it, it makes it sound to me like now that you've done that dungeon, you can just go back and do a harder version of that dungeon.
You do like we've seen now the short ones like we were doing for a while. There are now medium length dungeons where you've got the campfires and you've got to manage your stress a little better. And then there's also medium level. These are veterans. You require at least level. Oh, sorry, you don't require level 3 adventurers, but it sort of recommends that you have level 3 adventurers. They're longer. They're tougher. They've got I don't remember if they have different enemies or if everything's just ramped up.
Okay, I don't want to be.
It is a little bit like the old arcade style, where once you've done it, you just go back and do a harder version.
I will say this. I don't want to shit all over this game. I do like it. It's nice.
Man, you sound like you're breaking up with this game.
A little bit. Here's essentially my only problem with this game, but it's a big one. We've now faced the first boss. You admitted that we took a little while to get to it, though, right?
Yeah, I specifically took my time to ramp up to it.
I would compare this game unfavorably with something like Faster Than Light. Faster Than Light is not a long game, but it is a game that is consistently super challenging. Like, I love the shit out of Faster Than Light. I would get done with this game real fast if it's just the same thing over and over again, but hey, now it's longer.
There's more permanence to this than there is to Faster Than Light.
I'd agree with that.
In Faster Than Light, you take your ship out until it explodes, and then you start again from the beginning.
Yes.
This is more about the consequences and the length and, like, the actual trek to get to where you're going.
Mm-hmm. And I get that. It's just, it's not appealing to me necessarily, but again, like, you love this game. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who will love this game. It's just not a game that is for me, which is one of the reasons that I think that when I played it, our episodes weren't very good, because I just wasn't having all that much fun. I mean, you're having fun, and I'm having fun watching you have fun. Does that make me a bad person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
As a matter of fact, that's pretty much the textbook definition of a terrible person.
oh. If you look up terrible person in the dictionary, will you just see a picture of me and a big arrow that says this is what a terrible person looks like?
Yeah, there will also be an annotation next to it that says also sum equals 3.
I don't like you anymore. That right there was enough to make me like, you are off the Christmas list.
I'm out of the will.
Yep. Fuck, I don't have a will. You think it's important to have a will at our age?
All the forgotten corners of the earth.
Depends on exactly how frequently people try to hit you with a truck. Which, let's be honest, we're on the internet now. We should probably write our will.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How many times do you have to almost get hit by a truck to consider yourself ready for a will? It's kind of like, well, that's the 3rd time this week. Time to do up a will.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, okay. I have almost been murdered by a truck numerous times in 1 week. I think the time is now.
Sorry I'm taking so long on this one. I'm just, because I'm doing my bee party, I realized that with my fucking grave robber here, she very frequently, after you run out of people in the middle row, has nothing to do with her life.
She just sits down and she's like, well, my work here is done. You guys just finish that off. Let me know when we get to another place where I can actually hit something.
Pretty much. That's all she gets to do.
So are you now rectifying that?
Yeah.
Are you rectifying it?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I can either buy this or supplies.
Okay. Would you like some advice?
Sure.
Supplies are probably more important.
Upgrading the ability it is.
Oh. My advice is worth so little to you that you're actually going to hurt yourself to not take it.
Wouldn't you?
No. I don't think so. Probably not.
You should consider doing things to hurt yourself.
Oh, okay. Ow. 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 Can I stop yet?
So, do I need to, like, have you committed?
I don't understand the question.
I don't doubt it.
Aww. When did you get to be so mean?
I'm your brother.
Oh, okay. You know what? As sad as it is, that does explain it. And
Two shovels. 2 shovels has historically proven to be not enough.
Well, I mean, 2 is still better than none, and certainly... Knock, knock.
It's an asshole.
That's an asshole. All right. Moving on. I mean, 2 is definitely... I'd say 2 is still probably the best number to take, because you've only come across 3 walls twice.
And there's a wall right first thing out of the gate. It's a wall.
Jesus Christ. Do you think it's doing that because you take 2 shovels? Like, is the game programmed in such a way that it will react to the things that you do?
I think the game is programmed in such a way to be an asshole, if that's what you're asking.
That was basically what I was asking.
With impunity.
I mean, we know the game is programmed with assholes. We've seen that multiple times now.
Begone, fiend.
Jesus. I love that he actually even said "Begone, fiend." That's the first time that... Because, I mean, the voiceover is made to, like, fit in with what's going on the screen, and every once in a while it doesn't really work, but that time it did. It really did.
And chop. Usually bounty hunters are like my go-to guys for fucking shit up.
How about now?
No. Now it's my man-at-arms. My man-at-arms is like, he gets the VIP medal.
Is that the medal where you star on a really bad 90s cop show? Starring Pamela Anderson?
Probably.
Okay. And I can't even remember, was that 90s or was that early 2000s?
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Like, I'm about 90% sure it doesn't matter.
He is the MVP, the VIP, the PCP.
That's a reference, but I don't remember to what.
I actually don't know if it is a reference. It
Oh.
probably is. There's probably something that inspired that. What I'm saying is I'm not very original.
Neither of us are.
Fucking Christ!
Well, I mean, you could, but chances are a lot of people would call that sacrilegious. I mean, I'm all for it. Go to town. Go to town on that, Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he did say love your neighbor.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I'm pretty sure that entire thing, I'm pretty sure it was love your neighbor sexually was his entire comment.
What you miss is the inflection. He didn't just say, dude, love your neighbor. He said, man, love your neighbor.
What he said was, love your neighbor. Eh? Eh?
It's just they left out the in the Bible.
Yeah. Jesus had a great sense of humor. It wasn't really represented properly. A lot of his quotes were followed up with, "We have fun here."
I have, like, I can imagine.
I got a
like,
shovel.
That's good. I
Now
can
there's
imagine,
gonna be 4 of them.
I can imagine, like, people sitting around, like, approving the final draft of the Bible. And they're just like, you know, I feel like the story is good, but I feel like this one line here where it says, and then Jesus told a ripping joke, maybe doesn't belong in this particular book.
And then Jesus high-fived his bros was cut.
And then Jesus, being of great humor, did tell a Whopper.
Like a Burger King hamburger?
Yes, he told a Whopper, and then... Sorry, he told a Whopper, and then the Whopper did exist, and it was good. What you didn't know is he was not only the Son of God and the King of Kings, but he was also the King of Burgers. He was, in fact, the Burger King.
I think we're getting banned on YouTube pretty quick.
Oh, does YouTube frown on sacrilegious
No.
speakings?
Doesn't say anything, otherwise a lot of channels will be gone by now, but
That's a fact.
I imagine we're getting a takedown notice.
I can only imagine the text on that takedown notice.
Jesus
Why
did
do you
not tell jokes.
No. Why do you want this video taken down? They said Jesus was the Burger King.
Well, I'm sold, take it down.
Just imagine YouTube staff reading this and being like, okay, so now I need to review this video to figure out what the fuck they're talking about.
That, remember how we said the show peaked last episode?
Yeah,
I'm glad that wasn't the last episode. Otherwise, we wouldn't have forgotten to talk about Jesus' great sense of humor and his excellent
Excellent taste
skills
in-
when it comes to burgers.
Can be beaten.
We have fun here. See what I did there?
Signet assigned to Jesus.
Yes. How much further you gotta go in this damn dungeon?
Not very far. There's only a couple more rooms.
I guess it actually hasn't been that long.
I got 50 gold.
Fuck
Sack
yeah.
may as well have been fucking empty.
Like, you're not satisfied with just getting free money?
Honestly, what I just found was like you ever go through your pockets and you're like, oh hey, I've got like 2 nickels in here. Do you ever be like is that ever the highlight of your day, or are you kind of like, it may as well have not been there?
Well, I guess. Nah, see, it's good that you had... Was that your last shovel?
Nope,
or do you
got
still
one
have
more.
one? Okay.
And there isn't another one, so I packed
Okay.
just enough and it gave me an extra. So now it's doing it despite me.
It's like, we saw what happened last time. You know what's funny? This.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're saying, as a matter of fact.
Did it say watch your step because it got dark?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I like the way that 2 zoomed right in. It's coming right for us!
Ah!
Terrible assault
Ah, it's not that bad.
cannot
It's just
be
a
left
scratch.
unanswered.
They have started this by critting me twice.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to keep critting you. Maybe that was all the crits they had saved up.
They are going to crit me every turn now.
Oh, of course, because I said that. That's why I said it.
To hurt me?
Yes. Listen, if there's one thing that you should have learned by now, it's that if I have an opportunity to hurt you, I'm probably going to take it. That's how we've lasted so long as brothers.
Is it?
Yeah, I figure if you have a brother, you're not really living life to the fullest if you're not a massive pain in his ass.
I'm trying out my new ability.
What's your new ability?
He marks himself, but then gets a buff for like he gives himself a defensive buff and also gets riposte. So if something hits him, he just hits him right back.
I believe that is riposte.
Powerful.
Holy shit.
See, bounty hunters usually my go-to guys.
Makes sense. You have had an extreme number of crits this game. That is an unusual number of crits, right?
Yeah, but it's only from bounty hunters and like I don't know if it's a man-at-arms and bounty hunter thing. I'll need to take a look and find out.
Maybe when they patched the game, they accidentally patched them to make them OP.
Cool. Who's up? Oh, he's hitting the wrong dude. You're supposed to hit that guy. The guy who's going to hit you back.
Well, this fight is basically over, so it doesn't really matter that much. When I said basically over, I meant over.
This expedition at least promises success.
Because I just won? Is that why it promises success?
You remember how I was saying that sometimes the procedural voiceover doesn't really work? That's what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, maybe they'll make it to the end of the dungeon at the end of the dungeon.
Oh. It's still very well done. I could go over there, and there's another blockade over there. I could just use my shovel on, just
Well,
for fun.
You've got one, why not use it?
Or just leave.
Or you could just leave, whatever.
There's an endless
And that will bring us to the end of this episode. What are we going to do on the next episode?
Dudes.
So being blighted is good, right?
Yeah.
It can't be bad because it includes the word light. It's be-lighted, which is like delighted. Only
Are you-
with
are
the-
you
That's
going-
not the fairy. That's not the... What are you doing?
Ferries cost like $5.
For real? Oh, God.
Fine.